Welcome to the River Channel. I'm Pastor Kendra Grams at First Presbyterian Church here in Hudson, and happy to host another community conversation about an upcoming event in our community. Today I'm honored to be joined by Andy Johnson of River Valley Charities and Shelly Smith, the Executive Director of Our Neighbor's Place, to talk about the coldest night of the year. So let's start with the basics. What is the coldest night of the year, Andy, and why is it coming to St. Croix County?
Absolutely. Well, first, thanks for the invite. It's fun to come on here and tell the community about this upcoming event, the first one that we've hosted here. So Coldest Night of the Year is actually an event put on by Blue Sea Philanthropy. They're based out of Canada, and now in the U.S. they're expanding, and they gave us the opportunity to basically have a turnkey fundraising event where they provide a lot of the marketing materials and the backbone of the event, and we put it on locally and keep the proceeds from the event. So I'm really excited to come together with 4 other organizations, Our Neighbor's Place, Grace Place, the Hudson Backpack and Food Program, and Operation Help to bring this to Hudson and the local St. Croix County community.
Okay, and so when is it happening and what will actually happen?
So the event itself is February 24th, and it's right in downtown Hudson at Lakefront Park. Mid-Current Church was nice enough to open their doors for us and offer a warm place to serve the soup and let people warm up their fingers and toes after the walk. But really that February 24th event is a culmination and a celebration of everything we accomplished up to that date. And that's really the fundraising part. The 4 local organizations have a lot of cost and a lot of supporting that they're doing to families in need. And that fundraising piece starts now. It started weeks ago. And our goal is at least $20,000 raised for these charities by the 24th. So we're confident we're going to make that goal, so that the February 24th event is really the walk and the celebration of what we accomplished, and really that awareness raising piece of the campaign.
Great. Well, and on the awareness side of things, the coldest night of the year, Our Neighbor's Place. Help us connect the dots. Why does something entitled The Coldest Night of the Year help us think of an organization like Our Neighbor's Place and the other organizations that will benefit from this?
Yeah, so I mean, Our Neighbor's Place, we focus on meeting basic needs for people in the area who are struggling. You know, there are a lot of folks who are hungry. There are a lot of folks who don't know where they might be sleeping tonight. And it's one of those things that it's not very visible for people who are in the community to know that. I know that because I see it every day, but folks who just live here don't know that. They're not aware of that. And so Grace Place, of course, provides immediate shelter. Operation Help provides financial assistance for folks to remain housed. The Hudson Backpack Program provides food for families to help them stretch their budget. And Our Neighbor's Place provides a variety of different things. We have transitional housing for families experiencing homelessness. We do the backpack program for the River Falls School District, and a lot of other basic needs, things that people just take for granted every day. So
I'm guessing then the genesis of when it's happening and the name is when it's really cold, let's all pay a little better attention to some of those neighbors that aren't as visible in our communities.
Yes, and that's really the essence of the walk. So folks can choose either the 1 mile or the 3 mile hike on that evening, and really walking with that renewed sense of awareness that some folks don't get to go inside to their homes after an event like we do. And really builds that awareness, that compassion, and hopefully that compassion also turns into acts of giving, whether it's volunteering with some of the local programs, dedicating funds to the programs. So really, they'll take that walk with a new appreciation for what they have.
Got it. And it's a walk or a hike. How strenuous?
You know, it depends on how much snow we have, right? It could be a trek, not a run. We do want to say that nobody's going to be asked to run at the event. It's not a marathon, just a walk.
So it sounds like the hope is that event will just be really about a community and that awareness and a celebration. Yes. Then, as you said. Yep. So for those who want to get involved before the event, how would they do that? How would they go about planning to help raise funds or participate in the walk?
They would go to cnoy.com/Hudson. So CNOY is in coldest night of the year.com/Hudson. And what we're really looking for now are two things. One is team leaders from the community. So folks that want to go on and register a team and then go recruit their friends, family, coworkers to join their team and fundraise and come walk on February 24th. We're also looking for business sponsors, whether that be just goods and services, somebody that wants to donate some snacks for our rest stops, or somebody that wants to donate a couple $1,000s to support the event. So again, looking for those team leaders in the community to get their friends really involved at a grassroots level, and then those business sponsors as well. We got some great publicity opportunities for these business sponsors, and the fact that they could join this year in our inaugural year and be part of what we hope to be, a year after year event here in the Hudson Valley.
Great. So talking about all the funds raised, how will those be split up among all the participating organizations?
Pretty easily, 4 ways.
4 ways.
Yep, 4 ways. And that's one thing I appreciate about the organizations that we're all working together with is we all agreed that awareness is one of our big goals for this event. And we all know that organizations might bring different pieces of themselves to this event, but we agreed that splitting the proceeds 4 ways just made sense. All the organizations can use the funds, and dividing by 4 was just super easy. So we kept it that way.
So between our Neighbor's Place, Grace Place, the Hudson Food and Backpack Program, and Operation Help, so those direct services helping those that we don't want to be out unhoused on the coldest night of the year.
And River Valley Charities is really, my role is just as the event director to kind of steer the ship for the event. River Valley Charities won't financially benefit at all from this. It's just more of part of our mission is that collaboration piece within the community. So bringing the nonprofits together under one name of River Valley Charities for the event, and going from there. So,
and that's great. Community collaboration always needs somebody to help steer the ship. So a great role to play. So maybe from your chair, could you, just to help inspire people that might be thinking about this, what is the impact of even a few extra dollars on your capacity and the sister organization's capacities to serve and support neighbors who are going through some stuff and maybe unhoused or experiencing financial
For
constraints?
sure. I mean, all dollars matter to small nonprofits. We work hard every day to help folks who are struggling, and so that might mean a motel voucher for someone tonight who otherwise does not have a place to stay, even a vehicle to stay in, And so when you think about, it's really hard for people to wrap their heads around, what if I didn't have a home to go home to tonight? What if I didn't have those resources that I have at home? They matter, and every dollar counts. And what I love about this event is that the 4 of us nonprofits working together, we serve a lot of the same folks anyway, and we've never really come together in a collaboration like this to raise awareness or raise funds. So I want to thank Andy and River Valley Charities for bringing us all together, because we do work with all the same folks and partner, but we haven't ever in a way like this. And so I think one of the exciting things for us in participating is just getting the word out further in terms of what we do and how we help folks. So,
Great.
yeah.
And in terms of awareness, what, from your perspective, seeing the realities here locally, if there were 1 or 2 things that you hoped people really understood about the realities of people who experience being unhoused or otherwise financial constraints, what are a couple of those awareness pieces that you really hope to get out?
I often hear folks say things like, well, why don't they just get a job? We have a lot of folks who are unhoused who are working, which is very difficult, and I have a lot of respect for them doing that. It's not always a matter of just go get a job. There's lots of things that go into that, and everything is so very individualized when it comes to housing. First of all, there's not enough housing locally that is affordable. There's a lot being built, and the cities locally are doing a good job of building, but there's just not enough that's affordable for families. So I think that's probably the main piece that we see is that housing piece. Because if you don't have stable housing, it really makes everything else so difficult. So I think that's one misconception, or people aren't trying, right? I mean, we see folks all the time who are trying very hard, and they're very resourceful. And for whatever reason, things just haven't stacked up the way that they have for you or I. And so, you know, one of the things that we try to provide for folks, no matter what they're coming in for, is giving people some hope, some resources, and some options. And I hope that an event like this would help kind of shine a light on that. That it's not really that hard to help and be part of the solution. Taking part in something like this is helping. It is providing hope, and it helps us as organizations help those who need.
That's a great word of hope and encouragement for everyone to participate. So can you quote for us again where they need to go if they want to be a team lead or a team sponsor, or how to get in touch with you if they'd like more information, perhaps?
Absolutely. It's cnoy.com/Hudson.
Great. And you're the point person for questions. Is that correct, Andy?
I am.
Great.
Yes. Folks could also go to rivervalleycharities.com. My contact information's on there, as well as information about the event. So either cnoy.com/Hudson or rivervalleycharities.com.
Great. Anything else you'd like to add to help encourage people to participate?
The only thing that I would add is I am so excited about this event because it gives people something to do. It gives people a way to help. We get calls all the time, and I'm sure Grace Place, Operation Help, and the Hudson Area Backpack Program get calls too, from groups and from families and from community members. We want to help. We have a group that wants to help. We have a family we are a family and we want to help. We have kids who want to help. It's a church group. It's a sporting club. People want to help, but they just don't always know how. And especially with the kid aspect and the teen aspect, this event is perfect because it gives kids and teens a way to help that it's not hard. Just come out and walk, you know, and they're sharing that time together and hopefully having some conversations about why we're doing all of this. So I love that aspect of this event, and I hope that it can be an annual one for us.
Great. And would you piggyback on that at all? Any other final words of encouragement you'd give to the community?
I would just say one thing I'm proud of for our group here in Hudson is there's 150 other cities across North America that do this event. And we are the only, and I believe the first ones ever, to come together as a group of nonprofits to host one of these walks. Most or all the other walks are just one nonprofit here and there. So, you know, I love how this community continues to come together and bridge some of those gaps. And this event, held annually, is going to continue doing that. So excited for myself and River Valley Charities to be part of that cohesion here in the St. Croix Valley.
And another wonderful word. It takes all of us to help everyone, and that is the true spirit of community. So thank you for all you do every day and for bringing that spirit to this event. With that, I also want to thank the River Channel as we wrap up today, and of course all of you for giving time to hear about this important and upcoming event and consider it with all your various groups, whether that be your family or other community groups, maybe youth and children especially that you know. So thanks for giving the time, and until we are back together again, we of course wish you all peace, health, and wholeness.